Nerd Reactor, roll out.
What's up, Reactorites? John here, and I just watched The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. This is a retelling of the classic tale, and in this one, Clara, she's a little girl living in London. She's got a family, and this is a very noble family. You got the father, you got the older sister, Clara, younger brother. The mom, she passed away, but through her passing, she gives a gift to Clara during the holidays, and so it's an egg-shaped gift, and there's a keyhole, but the problem is there's no key. So yeah, Clara, she's looking for what is the meaning behind this gift, and she wants to open it. She wants to find out her meaning and what her mother really wants from her. And luckily for her, there is this holiday party. It's being hosted by her godfather, who's played by Morgan Freeman. And through this party, Morgan Freeman's like, follow the thread to all the kids, and then in the end, you'll find your gift. And for Clara's younger brother, he gets a Nutcracker. But as for Clara, she goes through the thread, and it leads her into the Four Realms, and that's where all this magic and wonder happens. There she gets to meet the different rulers of the Four Realms. You got Keira Knightley playing Sugar Plum, and then you got the others ruling the Flower King, the Flower Realm, and also the Snowflake Realm, and the Fourth Realm, which we shall not name. But so yeah, this story has Clara going through all these trials and tribulations just to find the key. And there, like, one of the mice has a key, and she's trying to retrieve it, but everything's not that simple. And throughout her journey, she meets the different rulers of the different realms, and she's trying to find out what's happened, because she finds out that her mother was the ruler of the Four Realms, and she was the queen, but since she was gone, the Fourth Realm is now evil and dark. But yeah, so as a story, it's a pretty simple story. Plot wise, I thought it wasn't very engaging. It's very there's just no life to the world. Like, even though you're in this world where there's the Four Realms, you really don't get to see these Four Realms, and we don't really get to explore the realm of the flowers, the snowflakes, and the sweet stuff. There's a glimpse of it here and there, but I really wanted to just see, like, this is it. Just explore, see the world, see the inhabitants, and just go along for the ride. So yeah, one of the characters that stood out for me was Jack Whitehall's character. He's one of the servants of the realms, and just for the little screen time he has, he just brings a smile on my face, and he's just a fun character to watch. But the sad news, like I said, very little screen time. So most of the time you're being shown or following Clara and her journey as she meets Nutcracker, and meeting Keira Knightley's character, the Sugar Plum, and the other characters. And then she also, you also get to be introduced to Helen Mirren's character, Mother Ginger. And so yeah, none of the characters really stood out. Keira Knightley as a Sugar Plum, she has that voice that she does, a squeaky voice, and throughout the movie, I thought it was pretty annoying. I hope that she would just use her regular voice, because it just felt like she was trying too hard just to be this Sugar Plum character. And then we have Mackenzie Foy as Clara, and she's a very drab character. She's this girl that's longing for something, and then she brings all these the people together to help fight for the kingdom. And it's just like everything just goes through the motion. Yeah, she wasn't really a fun character to watch, and then her character arc, just the pacing through it just felt like very predictable. You know what's going to happen, and the dialogue can really be cringy. Then again, this is a movie not aimed towards me, but more probably for like the little kids out there. But yeah, there is a message for the movie that's great for kids. But this message, if you've seen a lot of kids' movies, you already know it by now. But the way they did it in this movie, they're trying to make it a mystery, like what the message is. But then you're like, I already know what the message is. So why even try to make it a mystery? Just say it outright and just have the character do that. And another character, Morgan Freeman, he's been on the posters. I thought he was really wasted in this because he has very little screen time. And it could have just cast another character and you probably wouldn't even notice because that's how much of a role he has in this movie, which is almost like very, very slim to none. But I think my favorite part of the whole movie would have to be the ballet sequence. And for a movie, you know, the Nutcracker movie, you expect some kind of ballet performance. And here we do get it. And I wish the whole movie would have more of that because that is just what made it really magical. And I would so be down to watch like an actual theatrical performance for this new version. But what we're left with was just that one sequence, and everything else is the story of Claire just trying to fight for the kingdom, the four realms. But yeah, during the theater, I just couldn't focus, and I really wanted to leave the theater, but I was like, nope, I'm gonna plow through this. I'm gonna watch the whole movie, and hopefully it'll get better. But it never really finds its footing. And everything was just predictable. The characters were all boring and dull, and there were all just a few characters that shine, but I wish the movie would have focused on them, but it didn't. And with Joe Johnston being co-director for this, it just makes me sad because Joe Johnston, I liked his Captain America First Avengers movie. I loved The Rocketeer, and so for him to be attached to this makes me it's just a little bit sad, or really, really sad. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Overall, I would give this movie a huge pass, but again, I'm not the target demographic. This would be like for little kids or little girls, and so maybe they might enjoy it more than I did, because in the theater I was at, you know, a few people did clap, and as for me, I just wanted to leave the theater right away. So yeah, you know, once the movie comes out, let me know what your thoughts are on it. Comments below. With that said, I'm John, and I'll see you guys next time.